Hello darlings of the universe, welcome back to my channel. This is Priya, your manifestation coach, and in today's video I'm going to be answering the question, is it superficial to want to manifest money and things? Now this video is going to be such an eye-opener for you, especially if you're somebody who is currently deliberating in your mind, well, if I was truly spiritual, then would I desire to manifest materialistic things? Today I'm going to shine so much light on this topic, so let's get started. Is it superficial to want to manifest money and things? Absolutely not. And here is why. Everything in this universe that you wish to desire, whether it is a car, the money, the job, body image, a relationship, every single atom in this universe is ultimately energy. Everything is derived from energy. Therefore, there is nothing more spiritual than the physical, because the physical is just an extension of the spiritual realm. And put it this way, there is a reason why we chose to incarnate into this physical reality. And the reason is we wanted to enjoy the fruits of this 3D offering. And if that wasn't the case, then we wouldn't have chosen to be here. We would have stayed in the 7th, 9th, 8th dimension where it's all non-physical. So there is a reason why we chose to experience this 3D reality. And the reason is so that we could enjoy being a full-fledged being. We could enjoy using our 5 senses. So when it comes to material manifesting the things, there is no difference between is it spiritual or not. The things are spiritual. Everything is spiritual because everything is energy. And you know, from the perspective of the universe, there is no difference between somebody who desires to manifest a red car versus somebody who desires to manifest a relationship. Because, you know, sometimes people think, well, the relationship is different. The relationship is about experiencing love. Well, here's the thing. Love isn't contingent upon something or someone outside of you. Love is your natural state of being. Love is who you truly are. Love is something that is going on within you. Therefore, from the perspective of the universe, there is no difference between a red car or manifesting a relationship, because everything is energy. Everything is love. The trap that most people fall into when it comes to manifesting things is this. They attach success to the things. Meaning, we have been programmed as a society, we have been conditioned to believe that success is about achieving things, like getting the money, the job, the relationship, that once we get these things, then we are successful. And what this means is that we are therefore attaching our happiness and our well-being to getting the things. We think in our mind that once we have the things, then we will be happy. And this is a trap, because happiness has nothing to do with anything or anyone outside of us. Happiness is a state of being that is going on within us. Happiness is when we are blended, fully blended with our higher self, when we are allowing the connection between us and our higher selves to be prevalent. And so what happens with a lot of people though, you know, this is the trap, is that they decide that they want the things because they believe it will make them happy. They're attaching success, they're measuring success to the things. And so they're in survival mode. And so everything is about getting the things. Well, I need the things and then I'll be happy. And then when they get the things, it's like they're not happy because they haven't got it yet. That happiness has nothing to do with anything outside of you. And so then they move on to the next thing and the next things, because we're taught that success is to do with getting the things, meaning happiness is to do with getting the things. And so, you know, that's when you hear people saying, well, you know, money is the root of all evil and all this stuff. When in reality, that is coming from people manifesting from survival mode versus people manifesting from wholeness, people manifesting from alignment, people manifesting from a space of being already being self-sufficient in their happiness and in their well-being. What do I mean by this? I mean, if you understand that life is truly about the now. In the now, how are you feeling? In the now, are you a full-fledged being? Are you a blended being? Are you seeing life through the eyes of your higher self? Are you seeing this moment as a gift? Are you in awe of this moment? Are you loving this moment right now? And that's the only thing that matters. Right now, how am I feeling in this moment? Because really, that is the juice of life. It's about the now. How am I feeling right now? And so when the goal becomes about being a blended being, when the goal becomes about living as a blended being, because this is your natural state of being, you are divinity incarnate, what happens is that as a byproduct of living and breathing in this state of being, guess what? The money, the relationship, the car, the body image flows into your experience as a byproduct of you being this. But now here's the big difference between manifesting from alignment versus manifesting from survival mode. When you're manifesting from the alignment, when you get things, you're no longer attached to the things, because you understand that the things isn't what is bringing you happiness. Your happiness is about who you are being in this moment. And therefore you are able to deeply enjoy the things, but without the attachment. And that is the biggest difference between manifesting from survival mode versus manifesting from alignment. When you're in survival mode, every time you manifest something that you think equals success, because you're measuring success by the things, you will continue to always be in survival mode, meaning when you get the things, that you'll be worried about losing it or not having enough. That is kind of the way that you'll be living. So you're always in survival mode. You're never really truly happy. Now, when you flip that around and you become self-sufficient in your happiness and in your well-being, and you know that it's about something that is going on inside of you versus what's going on outside of you, and that you have control of your happiness, and that the real juice of life is about being and living as a blended being, now you begin to live heaven on earth. Now things flow into your experience effortlessly as a byproduct of who you are being. You get to enjoy it, you're not attached to it, and you're able to just keep up with your desires every step of the way. Because your desires are natural. Your desires are how the universe expands. Desires don't cause suffering. Resisting your desires is what causes suffering. So the question is, are you going to keep up with the expanded version of you by becoming a blended being? Now, I can tell you that on my own journey, something that, that I have come to understand lately, quite recently, is this: that at the beginning of my journey, coming into spirituality and the law of attraction and universal principles, the thing that instigated that journey for me was wanting the things. Yes, I desired the things, and I was at a very low point in my life where I wasn't really getting the things that I wanted, or perhaps I did get some of the things that I wanted, but I was still unhappy, and so I was really confused because I thought, I had done everything society had told me would make me happy, but I'm not happy, or at least some of the things. So I was in a very low place, and then I became privy to the law of attraction and universal principles. So then I started doing the vibrational work. And, if I'm honest with myself, at the beginning, the intention of doing the vibrational work was because I wanted the things. But I fully committed and went 100% in, meaning I did the vibrational work. I was focusing on me. I was focusing on being a blended being. I was focusing on really enjoying my now and checking in with myself, to see, am I really enjoying my now? Am I really being in this moment? Or am I trying to take from this moment? And I was really making sure that I was predominantly being in the moment, the blended being, and seeing life through the eyes of my higher self. And, once I did this consistently, of course, the things started flowing into my experience. Like some of the first things that I intentionally manifested into my experience was manifesting an 82% pay rise whilst working in corporate London, like a relationship, winning tickets to things. Like so many things just came flooding into my experience from every direction all at once. And when this happened, I came to the realization that, oh my gosh, yes, I love these things and I'm really happy that they came into my experience. But my real success wasn't the things. My real success was who I had become. My real success was about being that blended being, feeling exhilarated and excited in the moment. That was my real success. Feeling secure, knowing that I'm good enough and worthy and lovable no matter what. That was my real success. So then I came to the realization that success has nothing to do with things. Success, how I measure success personally for me, that has served me well, and especially now, is more about how am I feeling in the moment. I measure success by my happiness. And, at that point in my life when I came to that realization, you could then say that my spiritual journey then took on a whole other dimension, because then it wasn't so much about the things. Then it became more about living and breathing as a blended being, as a spiritual being. And through doing that, things come to me very easily, because I can tell you right now that I love things, okay? I love luxurious experiences. Like I love my handbags, my car, my first class travel, my first class hotels. I love all those things, my designer stuff. I frigging love them. Okay, I deeply enjoy them. Here's the thing though, I am not attached to them, and my happiness and my well-being is not contingent upon those things. Now you might be thinking, okay, well Priya, that's easy for you to say because you already have the things. But here's my point. Before having all these things, I was already happy because I had learned how to become self-sufficient in my happiness and well-being, because I made the goal about becoming a blended being. The goal was, how much bliss am I feeling in this moment, period. And so through that, everything came very quickly and with speed, and continues to come very quickly and with speed. And as mentioned, I love things, I'm just not attached to them. And that's kind of the key. Another thing that I want to point out here is that, initially you could call it superficial, right? That I wanted the things, and that's why I got into the law of attraction. Like, if you want to label it superficial, let's just say that is considered superficial because I wanted the things. But what I've come to realize is that being superficial was my pathway and was my journey to the real goal, which is about remembering who you truly are, right? Which brought me to the real goal of this incarnation, remembering who I truly am, that I am divinity incarnate, and so are you, that we are all divinity incarnate, that we are all an extension of source energy. So being superficial was a pathway that got me to remember who I really am. And so right now, if you're somebody who's like, well, I want the things because I believe they're going to make me happy, I want the things, and that's just where you are at the moment, that's also okay, right? Because I know that through doing the vibrational work, because, your intention could be, well, I want the things, so I'm going to do the vibrational work. Through doing the vibrational work, you will come to the realization that I did, that actually it was never about the things, it was about how I feel in this moment. But then guess what? All the things naturally just flow into your experience with ease. So you will have the things, and that will be your journey. So it's okay if that's the reason why you want to manifest things. I don't consider that superficial. I consider it the journey, the continual journey towards really knowing and becoming who you truly are. So, is it superficial to want things and money? Absolutely not. Your desires are natural. Your desires is how the universe expands and becomes more. The only real question is, are you keeping up with your expansion, or are you resisting your expansion? If you keep up with your expansion by becoming self-sufficient in your happiness and in your well-being, everything that you desire will show up in your reality with ease and flow. Alternatively, if you resist your desires, if you push them away, then this is what causes suffering. Now, if you are somebody who wants to learn how to manifest everything that you desire by becoming self-sufficient in your happiness and in your well-being, by becoming a full-fledged blended being, then I have a new free training, how to manifest what you want without changing your limiting beliefs. Yes, you heard that right. Without changing your limiting beliefs. I never had to change my limiting beliefs in order to manifest what I wanted. I just became a blended being. And if you want to learn my process of how I did it, then you can click the link below to sign up to my free training where I show you step by step exactly how to do this. Also, I would love to hear from you. Are you somebody who believes that wanting materialistic things is superficial, or do you have another opinion, another perspective? Comment below and let me know. That's it for this video. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I post new videos about how to manifest whatever it is that you desire in all areas of your life. I will catch you soon. Mwah.